Okay, here's a video of some of the products that I got online and at the store. Uh, First, I got this Pac-Man machine here. I got this about 3-4 years ago. It was under $100. I think now it's like $500. It's about 18 inches tall. It's official Pac-Man one. So then I got this mini machine about a few days ago, and I got this one here about a month ago, and I got this one here a month ago. This is the Pocket Ever Arcade, which contains 300 games. That's a little pocket one. So it's a made by My Arcade. See the little blue box there. And then I got this Pocket Pac-Man. I got this at Myers, and I got these at Myers. I even got this one here. This is Atari Pocket, which contains 100 games. There's about a few games on there that are good, but some of them are just knockoffs. And then I got the 50th anniversary one that came out several months ago, and I got this one here, which contains 100 games, but like I said, a lot of them are just knockoffs. And then here's the Atari Game Station Go. Paid $179 for it. I got it, ordered it last Friday, got it Saturday, the first, and I just had an update yesterday on it, and I guess the second update. And I hope they get an update where they can have a store on there, and that you can go on their store and buy games. Of course, there's 200 games, but a lot of them, like I said, are just copies of from other games. Of course, they don't have all the great games like Miss Pac-Man. They don't have Frogger. They don't have the Star Wars games. They don't have Donkey Kong. But I think, like I said, they're all probably licensed products that probably they couldn't obtain on this system. So you just get most of the 2,600 games that really people don't really know about. But there might be like maybe 10 of them that there any about 10 of them out of 200. There's about 10 of them I think are good, but maybe they might get some more. I don't know. So one thing I need to get, what's recommended, is a memory card. But I had to do some research. I found one online, but I don't know if it can hold. I don't know if it's how much memory do you need for games are games. So yeah, memory cards are kind of expensive. I did see one for like 150, but I don't know. 50 I would pay the most, but if I really needed it, I would pay it, but I don't know. It's just hard to say. But right now, I wouldn't recommend it, so just wait until they get something added on here. I hope they get the internet where you could add the internet. That'd be great, but you would have to have a memory card, because I don't know if the hard drive in here is designed for like internet use, video use, or anything like that. I think it's just for updates. But like I said, they could do updates on this, but I don't know what the updates would be. The last update I got was yesterday, and it didn't really do that much. It just didn't really change anything to me, in my opinion. But so I like updates, but I like when they do good. So here's a little novelty thing. I got Pac-Man, and I got this little ghost, and they light up, but I don't have it connected. Well, here's some of my games from the Atari 2600. All these are games that I got online. And I got some here. So yeah, I got these. The ones that have the little pictures, artwork on them, those are the official ones. I think the ones that just got the writing on them are more from the Sears company, because Sears made their own Atari version, which was called Sears. And then there was Atari. Of course, I had the Atari years ago, and so I got some of the Parker Brother games. Now these are the only games that it's not on the Atari Game Station Go, which I think would have been great. But these are Parker Brothers. And then I got this Airlock game. That was my favorite game that I got years ago, but I got this online not too long ago. And I got Donkey Kong. I do got Pitfall. There is a Pitfall 2, but it's quite a bit of money. I got this actually at a flea market, so a lot of these I got online, like Asteroids. I got Space Invaders. I got Space Combat, Pac-Man Combat, Super Breakout, and Defender. And I got one called, I think there's one called Berserk. Yeah, Berserk, Defender, Space Combat, and then Super Breakout. All these are like space games, except for Pac-Man. I do have the Miss Pac-Man and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, there wasn't too many games based on movies, actual movies, like The Empire Strikes Back here, one, and Raiders. And I don't know if there's any other games. Most of them were just generic versions. Like, they did have Superman, Spider-Man, and all that stuff. But there wasn't really any movie games. Most of the movie games came out on Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis, 32X, CD, and other systems that came later. So yeah, there wasn't too many movie games on here. Like I said, there's just the only one that stood out was Raiders of the Lost Ark and Empire Strikes Back. Of course, the Jedi training game is loosely based on Star Wars, but it's not based on the whole movie. It's just the lightsaber duel game. There is a Return of the Jedi, Parker Brothers, and then there's a Star Wars arcade, but these are 5200 games. I think they made a 2600 arcade one, but I haven't seen it online or anywhere really. So this must be a rare game. Not too many people probably have it. So I got all these Atari 2600s. There's about, I guess, 19 of them. I ordered one online I got for free. It's called Star Voyager. I like to try to get all the space games, like Star Voyager, the Star Raiders, the Star Wars games, and then, so yeah, this is pretty cool. So yeah, I would recommend these. Like I said, these can be played on this Atari 2600 Plus. I got this about 2-3 years ago, and I got the pack. This one is from a company called Mega Retron HD. This can play Sega Genesis games, and then this one here is a Retron 5. It contains four. You can play up to 4 games, 3 Game Boy Advances, and if you had an adapter, which I have, I can play 3 other Sega Genesis. So all together, that's So there's about 11 games going on here. So I bought a bunch of Nintendo games and Sega games, and they work fine on here. Now I did buy the multiplayer game for Sega Genesis, but it was 150 games, but it wouldn't work on this. So it worked on this one, but it didn't work on this one. So, but most of the games, individual games, work fine. And then I got this Warrior 64 system. I got this a year ago, I guess. And this was the only one they had left, I think. They don't have any more of these. They did officially come out with a 64 about several months ago, but it was sold out, but it wasn't online. So, but this is a Warrior 64. This is an emulator-like machine, and it can play the 64 games. I do have 5 of them. I do have The World's Not Enough, James Bond, which was my favorite. And then there was, then I got Superman, Shadow of the Empire, and Pod Racer, racer-like game from Star Wars, and Superman, and then I got the Pac-Man bundle, this Pac-Man bundle. So I got about 5 games for this. I do have the Super Nintendo, Batman Returns, and Star Wars, and I have on the original Nintendo, I have Ninja Turtles. I got the Batman Batman '89 movie, and I got Jaws, and I got Airwolf, and I got it for Sega. I got the Pitfall and multi-cartridge game, and the Game Gear game from Batman Returns. And Game Gear can be played on the adapter when you connect it in there. Now, one thing about this Retron is you can't put all the games in there all at once. You can't, because it won't work. I mean, even if you had a game in there and wasn't using it, it won't work because it says multiple games. So you just only can have one game going in there. It would have been nice if you could have them all in there and then switch them, but I don't know if it's capable of doing that. Now, one system I hope to get next month is I get something different every month because I have a budget, so I've got to figure out. One thing I like to get is from arecade is the console. Arecade console. This is an official system from them. They have two of them actually. One's actually a portable, and then one's a console. So I might just get the console one because I already got a portable. So, and also I hope to get the 7800 Atari next month. Also, I've been saving up some money, so I hope to get those two machines. And so yeah, I hope to get a shelf. I hope to get a 5-story shelf that would go here, that would go right in here, so I could put all my consoles on there. And then I'm using this adapter here. This is an adapter that I got online for $15. It's a 4K. We got to have a 4K one because I got my PlayStation and my other consoles in there, 5 of them. So it goes into my TV outlet, HD outlet. So I got that, and I can get another one, 2 more of them that can hold 15 things. Of course, my computer here goes into my TV also. So that'd be 14 different consoles. Now, they have the Pac-Man Edition Atari system, which I don't know, I'm not going to get because I saw some bad reviews on it on the Amazon and it didn't sound too good to me. And I hate to pay $169 for one when I already have one, but I hope to get the 7800 because it's just like $80. But it can play more of the newer game, the 7800 game. There's probably a limit of games on here that can be played on this Atari 26 Plus. Now, all the games that I bought from the original Atari worked fine on this. I even got this pedal controllers. You can barely see them there, I guess, right there. So I got those. Now they worked fine. I paid probably around $20 for them because they had them for $60, but I didn't want to pay that much. Well, these are used. I bought these used. Now I believe in buying used stuff, but I don't buy the consoles, used consoles, because that's kind of iffy. Because when I read, like for instance, they have renewed 64s on there, so somebody was saying on a comment that didn't work. They paid $300 for it, didn't work, so I wouldn't want to do that. I'd rather get these emulators. But as you know, some of these emulators are very limited. Depends on what you can play. Of course, the Retron, you have to have updates on the Retron. You need a memory card that goes in there, and you connect it to you download the update onto the memory card, and then you put it in there, and then it allows the games to be played. And so I never had any problem with the Warrior 64. And this one is entirely Sega Genesis, so it can play multiplayer games on this, but it can't be played on this. Now I don't know if they had multiplayer games for the Atari. I think they got them for 64, but sometimes they don't. A lot of the multiplayers don't work on these type of systems, so I don't know. So yeah, I like buying individual games because they're more collectible and more desirable than the multiplayer games. So yeah, here's the games that I have. I have about 19 of them. So I am getting one that I got for free online. It's called Starfighter. So yeah, I like the cartridges. I think they're so much fun to collect and look at and play, and it all works. All of these works on the PlayStation Plus, so I was really glad. And of course, I think the one thing I would like to get for the Atari, of course, I wouldn't want to get the Pac-Man system because I don't need it, is the controllers, because the controllers are wireless and they could probably go on this thing right here, but I hope to get the 7800 because it's supposed to play a lot of the newer games that are out there. Now, I don't know if the newer games would work on these. The remakes would work on this. But I think they would work on the 800. So I like to kind of have that one. And I like to get the arecade one. Because that's their official console. But they make a lot of products like mini machines and stuff. You can see here, I got some pocket ones. Got 3 of them. And 2 mini machines. This is the deluxe one here. The Atari Game Station Go. I hope to get more updates on that. And again, there's my Atari games one more time. And so yeah, so eventually I'm gonna put a table right here, like a table, 4-foot table would go right there perfectly, and then I could do my I could build something over here and put all this over there, and then have a table to work on when I do projects. So I thought about putting a background, like a picture here, to kind of make it look good. I'm thinking about doing a Pac-Man theme, where I could have Pac-Man in the middle, the ghost on each side, and then I could have the dots going around, and have them all lit up using clear filter-like paper. And I thought about putting a rug here that'd be related to the Pac-Man. That'd be cool. But it's going to take a while to get everything settled. I've been using these Batman boxes that the the mask came in that I bought. So, yeah, I'm going to build something over here. I'm going to put a 3-drawer system under there. And then that would be great for my supplies. So this will be for my demonstrations and reviews and stuff. But right now I've just got this on here just for display purposes so I could film, and I would change all that eventually. So this is not a review video, but a tour of my stuff and what I've been doing. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, signing off, over and out.